A new chief executive, Dr. Harold Davis Jr., has taken up appointment to head the sugar company Guysuco, and a new board of directors is soon to be appointed. But the future of the entire sugar company is in a state of flux. Minister of State Joseph Harmon revealed on Monday that the valuation of the assets of Guysuco is expected to be completed in September. But while the focus is on the divestment of all but 3 sugar estates, investors are now expressing interest in not just the estates up for divestment, but the entire Guysuco.
And I can say to you that we have some very, very exciting expressions of interest, not only for the 4 estates that have actually been up for divestment. We're having proposals now for the entire industry, including the 3 estates that remain in Guysuco. So there's a lot of interest out there, and I'd want to say that we want to make sure that we take our time to get these things right.
Mr. Harmon acknowledged that the divestment process is moving slowly. He explained why.
The divestment process has taken some time because it's a requirement for us to have a careful assessment of the value of these assets. And the fact that the estates were never independent entities by themselves, it will require, apart from evaluation of these assets, it will require a separation of them from the whole. So that what you're talking now about is basically deciding what is Skeldon, what is Enmore, and every one of the estates now you'd have to actually have a demarcation.
The divestment of sugar lands will be the largest land sale agreement undertaken by independent Guyana, and there are some latent implications for some sugar workers. Minister Harmon hinted at why the government is being ultra cautious in proceeding with the divestment process.
Last weekend, I was at Riverton, and I met with a group of persons there. Some of the individuals are actually living on lands that have been provided to them by the Sugar Industry Labor Welfare Fund. But they have not been given a title for the land on which they live. And so I was saying to them, this is why we have to be very careful. Because if you were to just sell this estate, as it were, all of those persons who've been living there, but to whom titles were not given by the Sugar Industry Labor Welfare Fund, will find themselves dispossessed. And so this is why, you cannot be too careful when you're dealing with land.
Andel Duncan, HGP Nightly News.